Hello, my name is Stephanie, the creative girl behind the designs. Welcome back to my channel and thanks for stopping by. Today I will be sharing with you my top 10 Amazon finds for planner supplies. You might know some of them, you've seen me pull them out quite a bit, and I have a couple bonus for you, so stay tuned. Okay, so I realize we are just a couple days away from Halloween, but I've been dying to share this with you. I have more than 10 of my favorite supplies from Amazon, but I narrowed it down as best as I could. These are great gift ideas for the planner person, if you're gifting to a planner person, or if you want to pick them up for yourself. But they really are a great addition to your planner and craft room supplies. So I'm going to share them. I'm going to talk about each, maybe show a few demonstrations, and we're going to get started. So let me pull in the first one. So above all else, so this is just a handy little notebook I have here. So I'm going to just kind of tuck this off to the side. These scissors are Fiskars titanium non-stick scissors. It came as a set. These scissors are amazing when you're cutting stickers because no matter if it's paper or clear, it will cut through the sticker and not stick to the blade. So as you know, I have a variety of scissors and stickers. But these are the ones that I tend to grab on, you don't see them often when I do a video, but in my craft room for a variety of things, I do pull these out quite a bit. And I love the fact that there was two, because you get these little ones that are perfect for kind of tucking into maybe a planner bag or your purse. And then of course you got your bigger one for bigger tasks. So, by and far, if you have to get just one pair of scissors, or, a set, I would totally recommend these because they are perfect for the planner girl. They take care of your stickers without sticking. And you know what? Let me see if I can find a sticker quick nearby, and I will show you. And of course, as you know, now that I'm looking for one, I probably won't be able to find one. But I'm just going to kind of pull one, just a simple sticker. Okay, so nearby here, I have a fall sticker book. So let me just scan quickly for a sticker that I don't mind cutting in half. Here we go. Let's take this leaf. I'm going to take this leaf off, and I'm going to pull this over here. So here's just a clear sticker leaf. It could be a paper sticker, it doesn't matter. And let's say I'm going to put it in a spread, and I'm just going to kind of cut it. I want to angle a box. See how the sticker just fell right off of that? So this is amazing, these scissors, when you're working with stickers or something sticky. Okay, so I just put those back and out of the way. So that is my first one that I'm going to share with you. And I'm going to hopefully tuck these off to the side without, things kind of falling all over. I ran out of space doing what I was doing, so let me bring out, and of course, as you probably might have guessed, I do have a variety of pens and markers, but I'm going to pull out my top 10. Maybe not the top 10 markers, but they're in the mix, trust me. Okay, so next is my Tombow Mono Dots Adhesive Roller. So this is perfect for, when you're doing your crafts, whether it be putting pages together, which I do a lot when you Frankenplan, or even doing a craft for, a card or anything of that nature. These are amazing because I love that they're dots. They come off easily, they roll easily. You can get refills for these. And they work amazing to keep things together. So I use them a lot in my Frankenplanner, as I mentioned. And I would definitely recommend these over the tape, personally. I've used the mono tape, but I don't know, maybe it's operator error, but they never seem to roll out the way I would like them to. But the dots always come out perfectly. So this is a great craft and planner supply for anyone who crafts or plans as a gift. Again, these are just part of my top 10, the things that I use. And there's even some that I use and I couldn't get in here because I wanted to kind of keep it as short a video as possible. So I didn't really pull in everything, and I'm looking at something now as I'm doing this video, realizing I didn't pull that in, but that's how it goes. There's just so many favorites I have, but I'm gonna try and keep it, because this is the purpose of it is really to show you if you want to get for a gift. You know, holidays are coming, so you can plan ahead, you can get as a gift. All links will be provided in the bottom of the video in the description box. But it's also great if you just want to pick them up for yourself. Okay, moving on. So my next go-to, and again, I don't have it on camera often. These are things that I do use regularly, and I probably have every color out there. These are the Pilot, let me turn them this way. The Pilot G2.07, which is considered medium, point gel pen. They're click pens. I love it. I can just click them open. For me, they work perfectly to throw in my bag. I don't have to worry about pulling a cap off, for, you know, dropping the cap, forgetting what it is. So they do work perfectly for me. Some people may prefer a medium point, but let me see if I can grab a piece of paper. I'll demonstrate quickly. So I have this over here. Oh, although I had paper right here. I had paper right here and I totally forgot, but that's okay. Let me pull a piece of paper out of here because I can then show you a variety of the things that I'm pulling out. So these pens are both the same. One just happens to have gold and silver polka dots, which this I think was a limited edition pen. Maybe not, I will look, but I mainly have the Pilot G2 colors. I'm just pulling one out of my holder. So it's all of these. I have a ton of these. I, again, probably have every color. So these pens, again, click it open, smooth writing, very smooth. They dry fairly quickly. I would still give them a moment, you know, just a brief time to dry before maybe you put something on top of it or close the page. That's my suggestion. So I would suggest these. And of course, I love the polka dots because that's what I love. And then I have all the colors. They come in every possible size you could. I think there's 8, 16, 24, and then they come out with these limited edition ones. So I started out, when I first started planning, I started out with these G2 pens. Now I don't necessarily have them on my, because remember I have two desks. I have a project table and a work desk. On the work desk is a different pen, but over here on my project table, these are all in the little rotating craft organizer. You probably saw that on my tour, my craft room tour. So these are the ones I'll grab when I am over here. So by and far, I love these pens, and I will always replace the colors when they run out. So Pilot G207. And let's see. Again, I had so many. I should probably do one separate post of all the pens and markers and things that I love, because I have a bunch, as you know, and I probably could do a whole post or video on those alone, but I digress. So next up is the ever famous, you've seen it multiple times, the Jelly Roll white pen. It's a number 10 I usually use. I use these in the Happy Planner, my classic Happy Planner, Franken Planner, to white out the lines that, you know, from the vertical squares, the 3 squares. I'll use this and it works perfectly. You will see it, like in person, you will see it, but it kind of fades off into the distance after you use it. So what I'll do is I'll white out a portion of this first line here. So all I got to do is kind of run it across and voila. This line partially disappears. Like I said, you see it in person, but once you start adding your stickers and your writing and some washi, you don't even know that you covered it up. And it works perfectly when you want to say combine that second and third box and, you know, just white out that line in between. Then it looks like one big long box. It works perfectly. I have it in 5, 8, and 10, but I mainly grab the 10 when I'm working with taking out lines in the Happy Planner because I feel like I get a little bit more coverage in cases I'm going across, you know, miss a part or something. So it has just a broader tip and it gives me more coverage. So again, that's the Jelly Roll 10 white gel pen. Let's see, there's so much goodness. Let me jump to this. This is not my first brush pen. It's a Tombow Fudenosuke brush pen, hard tip. And it is an amazing, like for me, I press hard. So there is soft tips, but I have the hard tip and I also have them in other colors. I'm only bringing out the one just to show you for demonstration. But I'll use this to accent writing in my Happy Planner or to create a writing in itself. It works smoothly. It has a nice firm tip. It bounces back, so if you press too hard, it will bounce back for you. So if I accent, I could do this. So it's kind of like faux writing. Or you can write in its entirety with it. So, and see how gorgeous that is? It gives you a nice thick broad tip and then you get the lighter upstroke. So this pen is nice for me anyway, because as I said, I press hard, but when I press it, it doesn't feel like it's immovable, meaning it's not like, say, the Tombow pen where the brush tip is very long. So you have to have a very good control over that pen because there is such a long brush on the end. So I prefer this one just simply because I don't quite have that calligraphy muscle memory yet for that longer tip. I can use it, but it's brief that I can just keep writing and writing and writing. So I do love this pen a lot. It is the Tombow Fudenosuke brush pen hard tip. You can get it in a variety of colors. And so I started with the black color and then I bought the packet that had all the colors. And in that packet also had a black one. So I would totally recommend this. If you are learning brush lettering, you can do the regular writing and then do like the faux edge on it. Or you could just start learning to write with the tip. Perfect pen for that. All right, so since we're on the topic of brush pens, I'm going to bring in all the pens, if I can, without knocking them all off my table. Let's see. As you can hear, I'm already dropping some. Okay, so this is, and I don't know why I brought them all out, probably because they're fun colors, right? So this is I'm gonna kind of tuck these off there. This is the Pentel Touch brush pen. This was my very first set of brush pens. And when I can't find, say, a color in the Tombow, I will always pick up this color because not every color is the same. Let me demonstrate. So I'm pulling out the Tombow pink. I just grabbed the clear, first one I saw. So let's do over here. Okay, so that was the Tombow Fudenosuke pink. And let's do the Pentel. You could tell I'm not that versed on these anymore. And I'll demonstrate. I'll give you the reason. Okay, so that was the Pentel pink. You can see how they're different pinks. The point that I wanted to show you is just that if you're working on a project and you wanted to say match the color that's in the sticker, but you needed a brush pen, not all pinks, not all colors are going to be the same. So the top one was Tombow, the bottom is Pentel. Now, the Pentel pen is a soft tip pen. So, I'm used to now writing with these where I can press a little bit harder. This I press too hard, you can see my letter P kind of mushed together. So that is the only difference between the two pens. Tombow has a harder tip. Put that one back. And then this one does not. So you'll definitely want to make sure that you don't write as hard with these or press as hard. Or else they'll just kind of do what this did here. It just kind of smooshed in together. So I am going to probably choose one or two of each of these pens. Sorry for that noise. I was just putting some back because I needed to clear some space up. Onward and upward. So I'm going to stick with the pen theme because, again, a lot of them are pens because when you're planning, that's what you use. I use pens and markers and brushes and highlighters all the time. Every day I am touching at least 3 to 4 of the ones I'm going to show. Just because they work perfectly in my planner, they work perfectly in Happy Planner, they don't bleed through, and they give me the look I'm searching for. So next up is, I'm going to do the ones right in front of me so I can kind of get them out of the way because there's quite a bit of them. As you know, I have a mild obsession with Mildliners. So this here is the Mildliner double-ended highlighter. So on one side is a chisel, and then the other side is a tip. So let's choose this fun berry color. And then I'm going to put some of these away just because, as I said, I pulled them all out. I'm not sure why. I didn't need all of them. So this is the chisel point, which has that angle that you're used to. And let's see. Let's just show both. Here's the chisel. It gives a nice clean line. And then the point side, you can use for a variety of things. You could write with it, or you could use it as a bullet point. Now this is a thicker point, so your writing is going to come out thicker. So let's see how thick it's going to come out. There you go. So you can see how much thicker it is to use this point. But these work perfectly over micron pens. And here's another tip, is that when you're using a pen you're not used to, if you know in advance how you're going to write your block or whatever it is you're writing in your planner, be sure to put the highlight down first, then write over that. Most of the times this will pick up ink from pens. In my experience, other than let's say micron, I can do something in micron and then write right over it. Let me show you. So which size did I grab here? It's in 01. Okay. So this is the Micron 01. Give it a second here. And, excuse me. So as I was saying, whether it's a roller ball or a gel, if it's not Micron, my suggestion would just be to highlight first and then write over that, if you can. I just found that it always ends up smearing the ink. So this was Micron that I put down, and you can highlight over it. No smear. Isn't that wonderful? That's amazing. So, and that's important because not always do you know if you're going to put highlight down. So sometimes as you're working in your planner, you might have a block you wanted to put in. And so, you know, you're going to write in it. And then later on, you're like, you know, I want to kind of make that stand out a little bit more. You can go back, as long as you used a Micron, you can go back and highlight over it. Works beautifully. Mildliner, double end or dual brush highlighter pen. Okay, on that note, I am going to pull in, which you probably already guessed, is its complement, which is the Mildliner double-ended brush pen. So this pen works in a variety of ways. You can use the brush tip as a highlight. You can use it as a brush pen. And then you also have on the other side the tip pen, which is similar to the highlighter. So let's choose a different color. I want to make sure you're going to be able to see it. Let me get purple. Again, I'm going to kind of tuck these away. Okay. So, and this works the same way with the Micron. You can highlight right over the Micron, the writing. So here's the tip end. So you could create a box. And depending on how you write, you know, one end might be thicker than the next. You can make it as thick or as thin as you want. You can highlight or you can script. So this is the brush. Now this has like the Pentel, has a finer tip. So I try to remember that and not press too hard. Let's see how well I do. Not too bad. So that's the brush end of it. So you can do calligraphy, highlighting, you could create boxes. You could even do bullet points. You could do 1, 2, 3. And then you have your other side. So it's like, dual purpose. Anything that gives you more than one purpose works great when you're planning because then you have options. So let's see, this is the tip. Now, here's what I have found between the brush pen and the highlighter pen, or between the brush tip and the highlighter tip. The highlighter tip is softer, so you're going to get a thicker line with that. With the brush pen, the tip it's more firm. So if you wanted to, you can tell right here the difference between the two. Bullet and tip, very different in their structure because of the tip one being soft and one being hard. So just keep that in the back of your mind as you plan your planner supplies or want to replenish or want to try something new. So I'm going to bring out, and I'm dropping them all over. All right. As you probably figured, it's pens. And these you have seen time and time again. Maybe not every video, but they do have an appearance in just about every video or almost every video I do. These are the Zig Clean Color dot markers. Again, dual end. So I'm going to choose one to demonstrate. Let's do this dark teal. And then as with the others, I'm going to put these back. Okay, so with this, it's multi-purpose again. So you have the dot point on one end and then the tip pen on the other. So here is the dot. I love, 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 love these dots. They are the greatest thing, no lie, since sliced cheese. They work amazing in the planner. You can, I love lists, and if you love lists, you're going to love this pen. But it also has other purposes, so don't close your mind off if you don't like lists. Here's why. So here's your bullet. So you can make your bullet points. Or you can use the tip to create a box or highlight text. Same idea. And you can then go to the other end and you can also write with it. Now, I'm hoping this is the pen that has the variants in the color before I start. So these, and always make sure I press them together because sometimes the lids didn't go on, so just make sure you close them. With these pens, the irony is the tip color, even though it's the same pen and it's supposed to be the same color, the dot side is sometimes lighter or darker than the tip side. And hopefully this is one that will demonstrate that. And it does. So as you can see, the bullet, or I say bullet point side, but the dot side is a very much lighter green, and then the pen really comes across as the teal color you're expecting. So it's very different. Not all of them have the same hue on both ends, but this is my it's right up there with my Mildliners. Those two are kind of neck and neck for the two things that I always want to have nearby when I am working in my planner. And they are nearby. I keep them right in my little turnstile in between the two desks, and I can easily pull it out to use it anytime I want. So there is the Clean Color dotter. And as you can hear, they're all falling all over here. Okay. Let me do this. I'm going to bring this in. So, not a pen, not a marker, stickers. If you are a planner and you love to use stickers, or you follow my series to use the stickers, this was the year, and we're going to continue that going into 2024. This is the year to use the stickers. One of the best books I've ever bought on its own, just for using it as a box, but then also to use it for filling in the Use the Stickers series, is number one, the Colorful Boxes OG sticker book. So this is the Colorful Boxes $5.94. It has a blue stripe. As you can tell, and I have the labels on them. I have 6 of these books, and every year for Christmas I ask for another one because I use them, I love them. They have options in here. There is, and hopefully this may be one I partially use, but you have, your long boxes that fit inside the classic square. You have even longer ones for the sidebar. Most people are familiar with this at this point. I'm just flipping through so you can see, in case you're new to planning or you're curious on what planner supplies you should buy to start out with. I would recommend these, absolutely. They are my go-to if I have a sticker I'm not really sure how to use, or I just want to fill in, I want something more highlighted because it has multiple colors in it and it has that border around it. I will use the stickers with this. I will use these stickers and then I'll use these stickers to use the stickers, if you got that the way I meant it to be. So, number one sticker book of all time for me, is the colorful boxes. So be sure to pick this up. They go quick. So let me get this aside. If you're starting out new, or you want to get some kind of staple planner supplies, or you're looking for a gift for a planner person, or you're looking to try something new or refill your stock, those top 10 things I would absolutely recommend pulling into your planning and crafting techniques and the things that you want to do. So that being said, I want to move over to a few bonus items. So these are just items that I do use, and it wasn't that they didn't deserve to be in the top 10. I just was trying to keep it kind of just within 10. But clearly I can't. So I'm just going to shout it out. So as you know, I already brought it up, Micron. Micron 01 in black ink. Whether you get an 01, an 03, an 05, or the pen, PN, pen, I believe that's what that stands for, you won't regret getting a Micron. Because as I said, you can write and then highlight over it. You can use this to do the faux lettering. You can use a thicker or broader pen for just adding a little bit of interest and dimension to your planner spread. So absolutely I would, and it's an archival ink, so that's important because that's where that smearless technology, let's say, comes from. So this is a Pigma Micron 01, and if I had to get only one of the Micron pens, it would be that, Micron 01. So definitely add this to your planner stash, and you won't be disappointed. So I'm going to set that aside. That was bonus number 1. Bonus number 2 is this fun, cute little pen holder. So this is an expandable pen holder. I'm going to move this paper out of the way for the moment, just so I can have room over here. So this is expandable, and I tell you, it comes in a variety of colors. I actually already have another one on my wish list because I love these. These are perfect for throwing in your purse, in your planner bag, or having close by in your office if you have, I don't know, such as myself, a variety of pens. So this is really good to have. This was gifted to me by a good friend, and I use it, like I said, I can toss it into my purse, I can toss it into my planner bag. I'm going to open up both. Now, the top, again, if you get the two-tone color, the top one is where your pens and your little zipper pocket is. So you got pens, you can put little Post-it notes here. Let me see if I have nearby. I'm going to show you. We'll kind of stack some of this in here a little bit. So there's a ruler. This ruler is not, it didn't come from Amazon. I've been looking for these ever since I found them. They're from Hobby Lobby. They are the perfect size no matter what size planner you work in. I love them, but they go easily in here. And let's take some of my favorite pens. I'll just kind of do a little quick, and you can keep them in here if you want to keep them from kind of, falling all around. Let's put this one in. And then you still have room. You can put, sticky notes in here, behind here. You can put paper clips in here. I'm just going to put what I have nearby because, because I change as I change my planner needs. So like if I'm doing something else, on a spread, I may change the color inks and so on and so forth. Let's see, Tombow. Let's grab our Tombow. There we go. Just enough so you can see how easily this works. Okay, so here's my first round. And then I have my ruler, should I need it. And then it also has room, again, if you get the Fiskars scissor set, you can throw in a little pair of scissors down here. You can throw in your Tombow dots. You can still add more stuff in here, by the way, because this is where the beauty comes in. This is where the expansion comes, is with that second, I didn't even zip it. with that second pocket, right? Let me zip this up a bit. There we go. So your expansion comes with this other back pocket. So if you zip it up, then you're going to get not as much room. But open it and you look how much you can expand it. This is amazing. You can put anything you want. So for example, if, I don't know, you're going to go out and you're going to do some planning and, you don't know how long you're going to be or whatever. Let's say I'm just going to grab a bunch of highlighters. No rhyme or reason, I'm just going to grab a bunch of them. You can put, I'm going to test this. I'm going to test putting every single highlighter I have in here. Let me see if I can close it. Let's test this. Look at that. All that room. And I still have room I can go. Look at that. Oh, it actually goes all the way down. Sorry about that. I was wondering why it didn't open up. Probably because I haven't expanded it yet. But look at how much room you get just by opening up that second pocket. And then you still have a pocket here. You can put some paper clips here. You can take your, if you didn't, want them to fall out, you could take your tweezers. I would suggest putting your tweezers inside. You probably want to put something here that has a clip to it so it doesn't fall out. But look at how much you can fit into one. And what I like about it is, since I have it on my wish list, I get a second one and I can kind of put it for what? Because I do tend to do different things between, let's say, my creative journal and my social media / business planner. So I could section that off, my pens and markers that I grab easily. And then I know, okay, this is for this one and this is for that one. That's why I put another one on my list. So my final bonus, it's not Amazon. It is Happy Planner. As you know, all my videos are about Happy Planner. I don't have my Franken planner nearby, oddly enough, but Happy Planner has a variety of planners, notebooks. They have, with their planners, they have a calendar year, 18 months. There's the notebooks. They have big, classic, which you can call medium if you wanted, mini, and there were at one time some micros. They have half sheet. The list just goes on and on. So there will be a link in the description box below for the Happy Planner. You can get Happy Planner. Some items, not all, are available through Amazon, but the best place to go at this point is if you go to the Happy Planner store, you're going to be able to get everything you need in one shot. And they have multiple sales throughout the year, and it'll get shipped right to you. So in terms of flip throughs and things like that, you can find a ton of those across the internet. Even Happy Planner posts them. So all that said, those are my top 10 Amazon finds. Not really finds. I've had them for a while. But I would totally recommend getting these for your planner room. So I hope that has inspired you to add something to your collection or to get something as a gift. And I hope you enjoyed the thorough description I gave of each. And so I hope I have inspired you to start your holiday shopping, whether it's for yourself or a friend or loved one. And that these things, for me, and hopefully for you, help to create a beautiful life, one plan at a time. Thank you for watching.